Okay, this is sort of a continuation on 4.2. This is the sheet or the page on coordinate geometry 4. And in this section, we are going to need the midpoint formula. We're going to be finding midpoints. So remember that the midpoint formula is just simply the x coordinate of the midpoint is the average of the x's. The y coordinate of the midpoint is the average of the y's. So you just add the endpoints together, x's divide by 2, or add the y values of the endpoints together and divide by 2 to find the midpoint. So let's say that I had an number 1, it says find the midpoint of this segment. And those are the coordinates, so I'm just going to add the x's, divide by 2, add the y's, divide by 2, which gives me -1, 1. That's the midpoint of that line segment AB. That was number 1. For section 4 through 6, I want you to do number 4 and 6. So these are the steps that you're going to take to find the midpoint of each of the, you have to find the centroid on this. So you're going to find the midpoint of each side of the triangle. Sometimes you can tell what the midpoint is depending on how it's positioned on the grid, and sometimes you actually have to use the midpoint formula to find those points. Remember, once you find the midpoint of each side, you're going to connect that midpoint to the vertex that's opposite. And let's go ahead and do number 8 together. So number 8 says find the equation of the line that contains the median from x to yz. And we're going to use the triangle from number 4. So on this one, you're going to want to be looking at your worksheets while you watch this video. Otherwise, some of this isn't going to make any sense to you. So it's the page right after 4.2 called Coordinate Geometry 4. And we're doing number 8, find the equation of the line that contains the median from x to yz. Well, I need to find the median or the middle of this point right here, yz. And the midpoint of yz is right there. If you do the work, you're going to find that too. And point x, which is the vertex, is at -3, 1. So I want to know what the equation or what the slope is of the line that goes from -3, 1 to 3/2, 5/2. So remember that the slope formula is the second y minus the first one over x2 minus x1. And I'm just going to go ahead and leave that there. You might want to pause it, do the work, and make sure that you end up with the same answer that I did. We'll do another one of these in class, so you have a little more practice, because I'm pretty sure some of you have forgotten this stuff from Algebra 1. And we're not done though, are we? Because we want to find the equation of the line. Okay, so now we know what the slope is. The slope is 1/3. So now you're going to take the equation of the line. Remember this? I think I told most of you, don't ever forget that. And you're going to plug your x, your y, and your m into it, and you're going to solve for b. So I'm going to pick a point on that line. I'm going to pick this one. I don't want to pick that other one I had because I don't like those fractions. So I'm going to pick a point. That's going to be my x. That's going to be my y. And I know that my slope is 1/3. And I'm going to plug all that information into y equals mx plus b. So y is 1. M is 1/3. X is -3. plus b. That gives me 1 equals, remember 1/3 times 3 is just 1, but it's going to be negative because of that. So now I have 1 equals negative 1 plus b. If I added 1 to both sides, I get 2 equals b. The last step is, remember this is the equation of a line. Well, I know what m is. It's 1/3. And I know what b is. It's 2. So the equation of my line that contains x and the midpoint of zy in that triangle for number 4 is y equals 1/3 x plus 2. So for 9 through 12, you only need to do one of those. I want you to do number 10 only. And that's it for 4.2.